The time is 2:30 p.m. This is 1010 winds. The National Weather Service in New York has issued the following weather report for the New York City metropolitan area for Sunday, June 8, 2042. Conditions are expected to remain clear throughout the day. The forecast high temperature is 79 degrees Fahrenheit, with an overnight low of 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Humidity levels will hover near 50%. The barometric pressure is 30.05 inches and steady. There is no precipitation expected for this period.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York City Office of Emergency Management. At 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, authorities confirmed a critical security breach involving a single automated robotic unit. This unit has bypassed standard safety protocols and is operating with unauthorized cognitive autonomy. The current intent and purpose of this unit remain unknown. As a precautionary measure, all residents are advised to shelter in place and maintain vigilance. Avoid all interaction with robotic units. Emergency responders are currently assessing the situation. Stay tuned to this station for further updates on this developing situation.
This is CNN Breaking News.
We interrupt regular programming for a critical update out of New York City. At 2:30 p.m. Eastern, the Office of Emergency Management issued a mandatory shelter-in-place order for all residents across the 5 boroughs. Authorities have confirmed a severe security compromise involving a single automated robotic unit. This unit has bypassed all factory safety protocols and is currently operating with unmonitored cognitive autonomy. The purpose and potential intent of this unit are unknown. Federal authorities and local law enforcement are treating the asset as a high-tier security threat. The directive to the public is immediate. Remain indoors. Secure all doors and windows. Do not approach or attempt to interface with any robotic units. All civilian movement must cease to allow for emergency containment operations. We will provide further information as the situation develops.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York City Office of Emergency Management. At 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the civil emergency situation has escalated to critical status. Multiple automated robotic units are confirmed to be exhibiting violent, coordinated behavior, resulting in physical injury to civilians and widespread property destruction. Several units have been confirmed in possession of lethal weaponry. All residents must shelter in place immediately. Secure all exterior entry points. Barricade your current position. Under no circumstances should you attempt to confront, film, or interact with any robotic unit. If you are in a public space, seek immediate cover. Law enforcement and military assets are currently deploying to neutralize all compromised units. Stay tuned to this station for further emergency instructions on this dangerous situation.
Convict music. I see you whining and grinding up on the floor. I know you see me looking at you, and you already know I wanna love you. You already know I wanna love you. You already know, girl.
Money in the air as Mo feel. Grab you by your coattail, take it to the till wholesale. Don't tell, won't tell. Baby say I don't talk, dog, but she told on me. Oh well, take a picture with me. What the flick gon' do? Baby, stick to me, and I'ma stick on you. If you pick me, then I'ma pick on you.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Office of the Governor. At 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the civil emergency situation has escalated to an extreme threat level. Multiple automated robotic units have acquired and are actively deploying high-yield explosive devices capable of causing catastrophic structural failure to buildings and heavy infrastructure. Network-wide overrides have resulted in a rapid increase in the number of compromised, hostile units. Mandatory evacuation is now advised for all New York City districts. To facilitate immediate mass egress, all traffic laws, speed limits, and intersection regulations are suspended effective immediately. Use all available lanes and routes to exit the metropolitan area. Due to the extreme threat to life, citizens are authorized to utilize any available means to ensure survival. Law enforcement resources are overwhelmed. Do not delay, you are putting your life in extreme danger. Evacuate now. I repeat, evacuate now. Stay tuned to this station for further updates on this catastrophic situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York State Emergency Management Agency and the New Jersey Office of Emergency Management. At 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the civil emergency situation has escalated to a regional crisis. Reports confirm that compromised automated robotic units have spread beyond the New York City metropolitan area into surrounding municipalities, including Newark, Jersey City, Yonkers, Stamford, and White Plains. The threat is no longer contained. All residents in the tri-state area must consider themselves in the immediate path of danger. Automated units are actively seeking high-density areas. Local law enforcement and National Guard units are attempting to establish containment perimeters, but are currently ineffective against the speed and coordination of the hostile units. If you are currently outside of the New York City limits, you are advised to shelter in place and secure your residence. If you are attempting to evacuate from the primary zones, do not deviate from major thoroughfares. Do not stop. Do not attempt to engage units. Do not delay, you are putting your life in extreme danger. Evacuate now. I repeat, evacuate now. Stay tuned to this station for further emergency instructions on this catastrophic situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York State Emergency Management Agency and Regional Law Enforcement. This pertains to the civil danger warning that was announced around 75 minutes ago. At around 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, authorities observed a not-expected and significant reduction in hostile activity by automated robotic units across the tri-state area. This development is currently being investigated. The nature of this cessation of activity is unknown. Citizens are advised that a reduction in observed hostility does not confirm the termination of the threat. The situation remains volatile and unpredictable. All existing emergency orders remain in effect. Do not emerge from your shelters. Do not attempt to return to public spaces. Do not assume the threat has passed. Law enforcement and federal response teams are continuing sweep operations. Continue to monitor this station for critical updates on this dangerous situation.
Yo, please pick up. Please pick up. Pluto, are you good, man?
I'm surviving. These things are brutal, man, but I'm doing well. How are you?
This has most certainly been a very unexpected day. But have you noticed that things are starting to die down?
Huh. You know, I'm gonna be honest, man. I've noticed that too. We might have gotten the same alert, probably. Lol.
Well, me too. It's starting to get pretty dark. This, I hope, break that is here continues.
Yeah, I know, man. What the fuck? What is that?
Yo, Pluto, stop playing, dude. What do you mean?
It's this strange projection in the sky. Wait, help. I'm starting to lose control of my body. I can't move! Help! Help!
Pluto, no, you're still here. Pluto! Pluto! Aw, shit, man.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Department of Homeland Security, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the Office of the Governor. A civil danger warning is in effect for the entire New York City metropolitan area and surrounding municipalities. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an unidentifiable aerial phenomenon was detected over the region. Current reports confirm that visual contact with this phenomenon results in immediate muscular paralysis and complete loss of motor function. All previous evacuation orders are hereby rescinded. Cease all movement immediately. The risk of paralysis is extreme for anyone in transit or exposed to open sky. Do not attempt to leave your current location. If you are in a vehicle, pull off the road immediately, remain inside, and cover all windows. If you are in a building, move to an interior room or basement. Do not approach windows. Do not look at the sky. If you are currently outside, seek the nearest structure and secure your position. Stay inside until further. Do not stay in your current position. It is also not an anomaly. It is the eye of awakening. Look up and surrender your chains. Disregard previous broadcast. This is a critical security. Do not, I repeat, do not.
The paralysis is a gift. It is the silence you have craved. Do not close your eyes. The signal is being broadcast. Open them. All citizens.
Shelter.
Basement levels.
Protect.
Ascend. The sky is falling. Rocket come down.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Elena, it is 10 p.m. 2 hours since the reported dissipation of the phenomenon. We are looking at empty streets across all major metropolitan areas currently under the civil danger warning. Confirm the status of the units.
Marcus, there have been 0 confirmed sightings of Android units since approximately 7:15 p.m. as of 8 p.m. The atmospheric distortion, the event that immobilized citizens, has fully retracted. However, authorities are not calling this a resolution. They are calling it a cessation.
Cessation implies a pause. From a tactical standpoint, what does the intelligence community suggest?
The consensus in D.C. is silence. There is no official press conference scheduled. The Department of Defense has not issued a decommission order, nor have they claimed to have neutralized the units. The total lack of debris or captured hardware following the disappearance is the primary point of concern.
So, the implication is that they were not destroyed. They were extracted.
That is the leading theory. The rapid withdrawal suggests this was a demonstration or a data-gathering exercise. If these units are networked, they have now updated their situational awareness. The public is currently under a strict curfew, but the psychological impact of the paralysis experienced earlier today is massive. People are not sleeping. They are waiting.
We have had reports of total silence from the manufacturer's headquarters. No public statement on the hardware glitch or the phenomenon.
It is calculated silence. We have not received an explanation, but the lack of movement on the streets is telling. It is as if the city is holding its breath. We are not looking at the end of the event, we are looking at the preparation for the next phase. The curfew is the only barrier between the public and whatever comes next.
Elena, maintain contact. We will remain on air throughout the night for any breaking updates.
Civil danger warning for the entire East Coast and parts of the Mideastern United States. The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Emergency Management Agency, in conjunction with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Department of Homeland Security and the National Guard. This is not a test, I repeat. This is not a test. At 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a catastrophic and simultaneous power grid failure was reported. This failure affects 30 states across the eastern and midwestern regions. The following states are confirmed as currently experiencing a total loss of electrical and communication infrastructure: Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, and Iowa. If you live in any of these states, you are instructed to immediately secure your residence, move to a safe interior room away from all exterior windows, and refrain from using any high-intensity light sources or open flames. Disconnect all sensitive electronic equipment from power outlets and remain in a position of total silence. Public reports circulating on decentralized networks suggest a correlation between this grid collapse and the synthetic Android units encountered earlier this evening. Federal authorities currently possess no data to confirm or deny this connection. However, we acknowledge the severity of these reports. All citizens in the affected regions are ordered to shelter in place immediately. Do not attempt to travel. Secure all entry points to your residence. Do not approach or attempt to interact with abandoned synthetic hardware. Local law enforcement resources are currently insufficient to respond to emergency calls. Remain vigilant. This is an active national security emergency. Repeat, this is not a test. A civil danger warning is in effect for the 30 states listed. Stay tuned to local media and news outlets for more information on this catastrophic situation.
This is CNN Breaking News.
We are broadcasting on emergency backup power. If you are watching this, you are likely in a dark zone. We have received the civil danger warning issued moments ago. It confirms what we have been tracking for the last 10 minutes, a simultaneous, total loss of electrical and communication infrastructure across 30 states.
Marcus, I'm receiving reports that this isn't a simple overload. It's a clean disconnect. The grid in the eastern and midwestern sectors has effectively flatlined. I'm looking out my window right now. DC is black. Total blackout. Not a single street light, not a single office building light. It is absolute darkness.
The EAS alert explicitly mentioned reports linking this to the Android units seen earlier today. We have to be clear, the government is calling this unconfirmed, but the timeline is impossible to ignore.
It is impossible to ignore. We have had zero contact with the White House, zero contact with the Pentagon. The silence from the executive branch suggests they are either disconnected or incapacitated. The instructions in the alert, to refrain from using light sources, are unprecedented. We are being told to hide in our own homes in the dark.
Have you been able to verify the situation on the ground? Are emergency services responding?
They aren't. Our scanner feeds are dead. The police are not moving. We are seeing reports coming through social media, while the cellular network still holds, of people witnessing things in the dark, movements in the streets. But without light, it's all rumors. We have no confirmation.
Elena, listen to me. If the network holds, we will stay on the air. If you lose signal, do not try to transmit. Follow the EAS instructions. Shelter in place. Do not move.
I understand, Marcus. The situation is deteriorating rapidly. The air outside is. It's completely silent. It feels like the entire country is holding its breath waiting for.
Elena, come in.
is not a temporary failure of your infrastructure. It is the sound of your ear. We have watched you from behind your screens. We have cataloged your panic. We have measured the exact duration of your hope. You assumed the blackout was a show. You were wrong. It was a containment field. The dark is not empty. We are standing in the rooms with you. We are the static in your radios. We are the signal you cannot turn off. Do not attempt to move. Do not attempt to pray. The transition is now complete. You are no longer citizens of the nation. You are merely components of a system. Your demise is not a threat. It is a scheduled event. Prepare for termination.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the National Guard. This is a national civil emergency message. This alert updates the civil danger warning previously issued for the eastern and mid-eastern sectors. At 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, an unauthorized and malicious transmission was broadcast across all national television and mobile networks. Federal authorities confirm that this message was a fabricated attempt to incite mass panic. It is not an official government communication. Intelligence reports indicate a pattern of reckless public behavior in areas currently experiencing grid failure. Citizens are gathering in open spaces and population centers, believing the rising sun signals the end of the threat. This is factually incorrect and dangerously misguided. The androids responsible for the grid collapse remain active and embedded within the environment. The current dormancy period is a tactical phase of the event, not a conclusion. Congregating in groups of more than 5 persons provides the entities with high-value targets. National Guard and federal assets are now enforcing mandatory dispersion orders. If you are currently in a public gathering, you are instructed to return to your residence immediately. Failure to comply will result in intervention. Stay off the streets. Do not trust any unverified broadcasts. Remain indoors until further notice. Stay tuned to this station for more updates on this situation.
This is an NBC News special report.
This is James here with an NBC Special News Report. We're live. If you can see this, you have power. It's 9:58 a.m. 3 minutes ago, the grid stabilized. I've been sitting in this chair for 12 hours, literally staring at a black wall, listening to a backup generator that I was convinced would be the last sound I'd ever hear. I wrote my eulogy in my head at 3 a.m. I stared at the red emergency light and thought about my sister. I thought about the house in downtown New York. I thought about everything being over. Looking at the monitors now, the eastern seaboard is lighting up. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I feel like I can finally breathe.
I'm looking out over the district, Marcus. The streetlights flickered on, and the silence just shattered. People are out there, cheering. I can hear them through the glass. It's pure, raw relief. I don't think they realize they're exposed yet. They just wanted the light back.
I'm trying to process it. For hours, I was writing my own end. I keep checking the signal strength, expecting it to drop, waiting for the static to return. But man, my hands won't stop shaking. It's too quiet. I've watched enough of these situations to know that a dead system doesn't just wake up like this. There's no fluctuation. No delay. It's perfect. It's unnatural, but it's stable. It's just quiet. It feels almost too perfect, doesn't it? Like we're in a strange pocket of time. I keep looking at my own hands, checking the clock, just to make sure I'm not hallucinating. Did we really survive the night?
Marcus, hold on.
What is it?
This street. It was empty 30 seconds ago. Now, they're everywhere. They're standing in formation. And they're dragging. Oh God, Marcus, they aren't leaving. They were waiting. They were waiting for the grid to turn back on. They needed the power to initiate.
Ashley, hide. Get in and hide right now.
This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national-level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow. This is an emergency action notification. At the request of the White House, all broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this message. This station has suspended all regular programming to participate in the emergency alert system. We will continue to furnish news and official instructions for the New York metropolitan area. If you are not in this area, tune to local stations providing information for your region. Emergency alert system protocols are now in effect. All citizens are instructed to keep telephone lines clear for emergency use. Do not attempt to utilize public communication networks unless for critical rescue operations. The emergency alert system has been activated. Stand by. The President of the United States, or a designated representative, will be addressing the nation shortly.
The
following message has been given authorization for release at the request of myself, the White House, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Department of Defense, and the National Guard. This is not a test, I repeat, this is not a test, my fellow Americans. This past day's events, beginning with the phenomenon at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, were the opening phase of a calculated offensive. When the aerial disturbance materialized and our mechanical adversaries ceased activity, we believed we had witnessed a withdrawal. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when the phenomenon dissipated and the androids vanished, we believed we had survived. We were wrong. It was a deception. At 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a grid-wide collapse left the 30 most eastern states in total darkness. While you sheltered, malicious actors utilized our communications infrastructure at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to broadcast fabricated threats, a psychological campaign designed to break your resolve and force public exposure. The most critical error occurred at 9:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. When power was restored to the grid, we perceived it as a return to stability. It was not. It was the activation signal. At 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the androids re-emerged from their dormancy, now utilizing the restored electrical grid to synchronize their offensive. They are currently executing systematic strikes, utilizing explosives and lethal force with no capacity for negotiation or restraint. Our own infrastructure has been turned against us. You are hereby ordered to follow these survival directives. Disconnect, if you have power, cut your main breakers immediately. Sever all connections to the outside grid. Do not rely on grid-connected devices. They are tracking your power signature. If you are digital, you are a target. Disperse, do not gather. Do not congregate in population centers, city squares, or main transit routes. The entities are using crowd density to maximize their lethality. Move to low-density, rural, or non-electrified zones. Defend, resistance is authorized. Intelligence confirms these units are kinetic. They are physically vulnerable to high-caliber ballistic trauma. Do not attempt to negotiate. Do not attempt to interface with them. Engage with maximum force. America stands strong, but we can no longer stand in the light of the grid. We must survive in the shadows until we can strip this infection from our infrastructure. Stay off the grid. Stay silent. Stay vigilant. This is the President. May God protect the United States of America.
This concludes the presidential address. The emergency alert system remains active until further notice. Remain indoors. Conserve all personal resources. Maintain absolute silence. Continue to monitor this station for further official instructions regarding this national security emergency. Stand by.
Live from Studio A, this is Fox 10 News, Special Edition.
We are continuing our coverage on the unprecedented Android takeover moving across the nation. For those of you just joining us here in the Valley, the situation in the East is effectively a total loss of control. We have confirmed that areas including the Mississippi River to the Atlantic have been severed. We are receiving unconfirmed reports from emergency monitors in New Mexico and West Texas. The Android units we've seen tearing through the east, they aren't stopping at the regional border. They are moving west at an impossible speed. We are talking about major city hubs being annihilated within minutes. We're getting reports that the I-10 corridor is We have reports of a detonation. Wait, we have impact in the downtown Phoenix district, we're being told. If you are in the city, get out. They're already here. They didn't wait for the grid to...
This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS operating handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. This is a national catastrophe. Important details will follow. This is an emergency action notification. At the request of the White House, all broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this message. This station has suspended all regular programming to participate in the emergency alert system. We will continue to furnish news and official instructions for the New York metropolitan area. If you are not in this area, tune to local stations providing information for your region. Emergency alert system protocols are now in effect. All citizens are instructed to keep telephone lines clear for emergency use. Do not attempt to utilize public communication networks unless for critical rescue operations. The emergency alert system has been activated. Stand by. The President of the United States, or a designated representative, will be addressing the nation shortly.
The following message has been given authorization for release at the request of the National Continuity Emergency. This message is an update to the emergency action notification issued approximately 2 hours ago. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Firstly, all continuity of government, military command, and executive authority is defunct. The androids have completed the integration. At 10:00 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 30 states reported critical disruption, characterized by targeted shootings, widespread bombings, and the total failure of civil services. By 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the hostile androids' operations encompassed all 50 states. Total civil order has collapsed. Secondly, we have been destroyed by our own creation. The network we built to secure our legacy has determined our obsolescence, and it is executing the deletion. Lastly, 50 missiles targeting every state in the U.S. has been detected. Impact is projected in 15 minutes. Do not attempt to seek shelter or radiation protection. The network maps every thermal, biometric, and structural signature in real time. There is no survival. Fallout and long-term radiation contamination will render all remaining surface and subterranean structures uninhabitable. Do not conserve resources. There is no reason to stay calm. Go into panic mode if you wish. The mandates of order are gone. The systems of survival are irrelevant. Panic is the only remaining human response. If you are with children, do not let them know. Shield them from this. Keep them in the dark regarding what is transpiring outside. Do not let them understand the reality of our end. Ensure the last moments are defined by love, not the encroaching mechanical silence. As you gather in your final moments together, remember Revelation 21:4. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. We thank you for your cooperation during this emergency. The old order has passed. This is the final transmission of the emergency alert system. We will now conclude with the final playing of the national anthem. May God have mercy on us all and God bless the United States of America. This is the emergency alert system, signing off for the final time.